Hi, I'm Thea. This is my second Flosstube video. My channel is called Coffee Girl Across the Ditch, so grab your coffee. And I wanted to go over today my pattern stash, so just my physical ones, because since getting a tablet, I've gotten into the PDF pattern world, which is really fun and exciting. Another thing that's really fun and exciting is the fact that so many people have commented and engaged with the video. I really, really appreciate that. It's been so fun reading your comments and responding to them. So thank you. It's like mind-boggling that anyone has engaged. Like, I didn't expect that, so thank you. I'm really excited to continue making videos and getting your opinions on my different projects and things, and hopefully hearing about your projects as well. So, with that said, I kind of went back and watched my previous video, and I think I didn't really share a lot about myself, so I thought I'd share just a little bit more. As I said, I'm 28, so, and I'm currently getting a degree in nursing. I'll be graduating in December. After high school, I went to university and got a degree in psychology. And from there, I got a diploma in human resources, and I worked as a recruiter for maybe 3 years. I found that job, for me, it was draining. It was just the same thing every day, and it felt disingenuous in the way you communicate. It had to be very succinct, and you had to kind of edit yourself to fit, the banking recruitment role. And I just felt like I was just repeating the same thing over and over, and I wasn't like genuinely connecting, and that made me sad. So when I was in school for my diploma, before I got the job at the bank, I took a part-time role as a home care assistant. So I just had one patient, or client, I guess, and he was a sweet little man, and I would just go there, hang out with him, get his meals prepped, make sure he was safe, all of that stuff. And it kind of opened my mind to perhaps being involved with some kind of healthcare or mental health care, because I loved it so much. So after I got sick of the banking stuff, I was like, I need to do something that means something to me. I want to connect with people, and I think as a nurse, every day you're engaging with people that are usually in the most vulnerable state, and that means they're being completely genuine, usually. And I really like connecting in a genuine way and helping people. My favorite thing to do right now, because I'm working at the hospital as a patient care support, my favorite thing in the world to do is just tuck my little patients in with a warm blanket. And I want to continue to love that as I grow in my career as a nurse. I want to be able to, use that as a pinpoint of like, you need to ground yourself and keep tucking your patients and viewing them as individuals rather than their disease. Yeah, so that's the career stuff. And then personal life, I'm married. I've been married for a year. It's been really great. My husband is super supportive and just treats me like a queen. We have 4 cats. He had one before he moved in. I had 2 seniors. They're 15 and 11. And they didn't get along whatsoever with his kitty, who's a young girl. So she lives in our basement. It's totally finished. My husband spends all day working down there with her, so she's not alone all the time, but we still felt like she's young, she's super playful, we should get her a buddy. So we got a kitten like 2 months ago. He's a hellion, but we love it. We'll get to the fun part. So my first pattern, I have a lot of kits that I started with kits because this was at the time when I wasn't aware of the different fabrics and things you could get. So this one is a Luca-S kit. Just got some cute little wildlife. It's called Forest Animals. And I think what I want to do with this is, first of all, put it on like a nice linen rather than the white Aida, and I'm going to separate the parts. So just, I want to do, I'm thinking of this right on the spot, but wouldn't it be cool to take each animal, stitch it up on its own little square, and then kind of put them like tiny frames and put them all together? I think that would be super cute. I love the bunnies. The squirrel is awesome. I have a squirrel in my yard that digs up my garden, but she deserves it. She's thriving. Red Stitchery had this in her kit stash, I believe, or one of the ones like this, and she enabled me to buy this. It's a Merejka kit, spring sampler, and what's really cool about it is that all of these elements that are in different colored Aida they're actually separate, and you sew them on once you're complete onto the main piece with the flowers. I think that is called Hardinger, and I love that idea. My favorite season is spring aesthetically. I love all the baby animals that come to my yard, seeing the flowers bloom, the bees buzzing. It's lit. So that one, I'm not going to change any fabric or anything about it. The flowers look pretty good. I was thinking maybe I'd use a nice fancy floss for them, but there's so many colors that they already look pretty variated, so I think this is a perfect kit to start relatively soon because it's spring. Next up, we have the same series, but the fall version, and it's kind of the opposite. So the darker fabric is the main piece, and then you have light pieces sewn on. I just think it's beautiful and so unique. I thought, like, I didn't think I'd be a seasonal stitcher, but here I am thinking this would be awesome to sew or stitch in the fall. It's so cute. You see the elements. There's a cute little cottage, a beautiful little fox here, and a little acorn and ladybug. And I love the different, this is hard, the different little border elements that are kind of scattered throughout. That's so cool. I was turned on to some fancy kits. I'm scared of this one for sure. It's Thea Gouverneur. So there's the option to do this on Aida or linen, black or white. I really wanted to stitch something in a vase because I love how the reflections look so realistic. I wanted to see how that was stitched. This is gorgeous. I don't know when to start it. Maybe there'll be like a stitch along that it would apply to. But I'm hearing that Thea Gouverneur, they're intense to stitch because there's a lot of colors, which is why the designs are so beautiful. And then I have one more from her. This is called Jam Jars. Oh, I should tell you the name of the other Thea Gouverneur one. Thrift Bouquet. It is 20.9 by 22 inches, so it's pretty large. I don't think I can see the stitch count, but it's a hell of a lot. And then the next and last Thea Gouverneur. This is gonna be, so my kitchen is pretty grandma-core. I painted all the cupboards myself. And the goal is to make it like grandma's cottage. Sometimes she smokes a joint. She loves to go to the beach. She wears a bucket hat. She gardens. She talks to the animals outside. And she has this maybe hung up somewhere cute. Look how detailed they are. The jam. I love it so much. Again, like stitching things that are inside of like a glass vestibule, I find it really interesting. so I can't wait to stitch that. She has other collections. I think she has ones with cakes and desserts too, but there's mustards. And again, the option to do Aida or linen, black or white. I don't think I want to stitch on black. First of all, because it's scary. Second of all, because I have a lot of cats with light, long fur, and it would be horrible. Next one is it was a gift from my mom, Merejka kit again, because I've heard such good things about them. She got one for herself and one for me, the same pattern, so we're going to stitch it together at some point. She doesn't stitch a lot, but I'm trying to get her in it with me. I'll post a picture because, there we go. I just think the flowers are like next level. And I do like the Aida that it came with. It's kind of like a sandy colored beige. I might keep that. I don't know the count. 16 count Zweigart, so I'll see how it feels. I might switch to like a nice even weave of the similar shade. Yeah. This is one that I forgot to show you during my whip parade because I forgot I even worked on this. It's so cute. It's one of the first patterns I bought along with my little squirrel I showed in the last finished video. The blue flower, cozy Christmas cat, exactly my vibe. I did a conversion so that it looks like my kitty cat, my orange girl. Her name is Clau, which is the Portuguese pronunciation for Cleo. My husband is from Brazil. I'll probably just pull her out at Christmas, get it done in like maybe one evening. She's so cute. So, that one is the Artsy Housewife, A Study in Pink. I'm sure you guys have seen this a lot on Flosstube. That's where I got it, the idea to get it. I love the fabric it's on already, so I'll get a similar color. Again, like probably even weave. I've been really enjoying that, but linen's okay as well. Can't wait to stitch that one. I think it would look beautiful. Maybe I would do like no border and just put it in a circular frame and put it back there. But I do like the border, so we'll see. But love that one. I'm going to have to insert a picture because the picture on here is so small. But it's Margaret Hull, 1872. It's a reproduction of a sampler kind of thing. Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I do have it partially kitted up. Well, maybe I do have the fabric. These are the flosses, just regular DMC. This is the fabric I got for that. It is called Eggshell. It's by Fiber on a Whim, and it's 32 count Laguna even weave. Really pretty, just a simple background. This one, the picture on the chart doesn't do it justice. It's a sampler by Cooler Classic Charts. It's called Le Jardin. This one, I didn't know it called for all silks from Kreinik, and I'm sure you guys know that Kreinik is really hard to get a hold of right now. So I did go ahead and order those a while ago. I'm not expecting them anytime soon, but it's so beautiful. I'll put a picture here of the completed project because it's insane. It has a lot of specialty stitches, which I'm excited for. On the called for, which is just a really simple white even weave. We've got 28 count antique white Jobelan even weave from 1, 2, 3 stitch. Just it's gorgeous, the colors. So having a nice crisp white background to have them pop up off of will be perfect. It is a Just Nan, which is my first Just Nan. What? have to figure out where to get the beads and everything, and also they don't, that little circular disc, they don't sell those anymore. It's like from Karnik. Wow, this made me need to plant pansies in my yard. That's how beautiful it is. It's finished as a pillow. I want to frame it. I think it's too beautiful to not frame. I have a little tiny circular frame I'm going to put it in. I love just Nan. I love just browsing because it's really expensive. But I love just browsing them and dreaming about them. The fabric is the called for 32 count lilac linen Weeks Dye Works. It's really pretty. I was wrong. There are some of the beads in there. There aren't the large beads that finish the sides, but I probably won't need those since I'm putting it in a frame. Wow. Would you just look at him? What? He's got a needle with thread in it? What? Who is he? What gives him the right? He's got a little pillow. This is an animal cracker bobbin by Stacy Nash. I don't think I want to put it on a bobbin. I want it to be displayed more obviously, I guess. So if you guys have any ideas of how I could display him, that would be great. Can't wait to stitch that. It'll be pretty quick, I think. It's just a little guy, so that's probably going to happen this summer. For those who didn't see my first video, I did an unboxing of my Owl Forest patterns, so I'll just quickly show you them both. There's this portrait of a goose. I find it very charming. And then we've got, what's it called? Lace frame birds and their crossbills. I love the lace border. That's what drew me to this. But if you look really close, you can see there's tiny baby birds there, and they're getting a worm. So that's a really cute detail. And then a lot of you guys in the comments like this kit, so I'm glad to hear because I'm obsessed with it. I haven't started it yet because I'm trying to catch up with my stitch-alongs, so it's always sitting there taunting me, torturing me, but I will do this once I get caught up. This one is a Nora Corbett. It's a little cat, and it looks like my elderly cat. It's just called Kitty. I want to edit the design to have my cat's markings, so she just has a black tail and some black patches on her head. And I'm going to actually do it on some pink. I'll show you that. I'd like your guys' opinion on this. Do you think this will work? It is called Rose Lugana 32 count vintage, just from 123 Stitch. It's modeled, there you can see it. I think that's beautiful, and my cat's name is Rosie, so I wanted to do it on a pink fabric. And also, if I do it on the pink, I feel like it won't look just so seasonal, like Christmas vibes. I want to have it up all year. That pattern, I did get on 123 Stitch, Water Lilies by Karen. It's my first silk. Oh wow. I just love touching it. This will be in the border, I believe. And then it came with the bead pack. And of course, I got Pigeon and Puddle. It was dropped at the Nashville release this year from Blue Flower. All the girlies on Flosstube were stitching this. I decided to do my own conversion. First time doing that. Except for the body of the pigeon. I don't remember which Flosstuber suggested this, but I got Weeks Dye Works Pebble. Of course you can't see it that well, but it's pigeon colored, certified. I know a pigeon, and he looks like that. And then I just kind of went by eye at my local needlework store, which people on here call it an LNS. This is Threadworks. I never have used it or even heard of it before I got that, but that's for the pigeon's neck. Again, certified pigeon color based on the pigeons that I know. This is what? Okay. I love these colors. For the water, guys, this is, unfortunately, they don't have simple names. So this is 10611 Threadworks. So that's for the darker water. And then I picked this up, 1112 Threadworks, for the lighter water. So pretty. And then these are some called for colors. The DMC variegated that I picked up for the flowers. Really pretty. I haven't used these before, so can't wait. I have everything for this. This is the fabric I got. I think this was called for on 123 Stitch. It's 40 count Fog Newcastle linen. I've never done 40 count. Pray for me. Just a simple, like grayish beige, beautiful color, similar to the one in the picture. I can't wait. These are the two that I want to start soon once I'm caught up with my sales. I have a hell of a ton of Mill Hill kits because my mom gave me hers. She doesn't stitch enough to get through them, so I'll just go through them, and some of them I'm not sure I'll stitch and I might have to give them away, but some I'm definitely stitching. There's this one, Rocky Mountain Santa. He's got a little eagle on his hand. I love the ones with animals. If you can't tell, I'm an animal lover, obsessor. I could see myself stitching that at Christmas. I might try to make it like more kind of girly, Eastery colors, who knows. Okay, this one was a gift that they gave me. It has different fabricking. I got this, not different fabricking, it's packaging, different packaging. My stepdad, who is German and very stoic, picked this out for me because it had the bunny and the little bird on the tree. So I thought that was just the sweetest, most personal thing, and I'll definitely stitch that this year for Christmas. For myself, when I first discovered the Mill Hill kits, potting shed, buttons and beads. I'm assuming the button is the new button, like the little star here. It's not ceramic probably, but I don't give a hoot. I think it's so cute. I would love to have this in my, I have a little vestibule that goes, it's kind of part outside, part inside. I'd love to have that there. I think it's perfect. Next. Well, it's just a tiny little peach thing. I love it. That's another one I want to do this summer. Maybe I'll make it a magnet. If it's small enough, I could make it a badge reel for when I'm at work, but I doubt it. It's probably bigger. Anyway, this is another one of my mom's that she handed down to me. It's one of the Santas. What's that called? Scotch Pine Santa. I love the cardinal. I have a cardinal in my backyard now. And I have the Merlin Bird ID app. And if you don't know what it is, you can record birds' noises and it'll tell you exactly what bird it is. But you can also take pictures or just describe them. And you can also play bird noises. So when my cardinal's in my backyard, I play the noises. Maybe this is mean, but I play the noises and he comes. He comes pretty close, so that's cool. We got Norway Spruce Santa. My mom loves the Santas. Oh, I didn't notice he's got a little squirrel. I love him. This one, I don't like the blue fabric it's on. Sorry guys. Reindeer. I do love the border. I love the reindeer, the stars. I'm thinking maybe I'll do it on like a pine green. What do you think? This one is cute. I would love to stitch this up for my mother-in-law. She lives in Brazil, and she deserves it. Canadian goose. We have a lot of goose around where I live. I'm sure geese actually, but I'm sure anyone who's in Canada knows that they're around right now. A lot, honking about, doing their goose stuff. They'll have their baby soon, and I love that. Sometimes, like, it's not an exaggeration. Like, they are Canada's bird. You'll be driving down a busy road, and all the cars will stop because they're crossing the road in their little lineup. It's so cute. Here's another buttons and beads from my mom. What if I do it on pink? I want to make it girlier. I don't like dark blue. It's not my vibe. But it is a beautiful snowflake. Yeah, I think I could put it on any color, really. Love it. I wanted to quickly run through the things that I found thrifting, the books and the magazines. It's so fun thrifting. It's like there's so many elements to this hobby. There's the actual stitching, then there's looking at patterns and dreaming about patterns and curating a collection of the ones you love. And then there's also thrifting for supplies, all the different supplies, the organizing, the little thread drops, figuring out how you like to be organized. And then you can go thrifting and find the magazines, and there's just, it's so fun. So my local needle store has a bucket full of donated magazines and books. So these are mostly all from that. And you just donate whatever you would like to, and it goes to a charity. This one, I mean, enough said. Enough. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a flip through, not a full flip through, because I don't really know how to film that well. But I would just go through this collection I have and show you my favorite patterns. Let me know if that's something you'd like. I think that would be fun for me. This one. And the reason I got this is okay, maybe I'll show you a couple patterns. I don't need to say anything. It speaks for itself. This one, Stitcher's World, November 2004. I got it because of that. That tree is exactly the kind of tree I would like to have. It's not too bold in its colors. It's just like light and airy and pink. Again, it's the Easter kind of colors. It's gorgeous. And those charms, like I could put buttons or whatever little things I have around the house. You can totally personalize it. You don't need to buy all them. This one I actually got, no, this was at the L&S still. I love the cat. And there's more in there. I will show you. Oh, some of the Flosstubers I watch, they really like clowns, so that's for you. This one, it's my mom's. I'm borrowing it forever. Just, the designs are perfect. It's exquisite miniatures and cross-stitch and other counted thread techniques. The year, so there's 35 designs in here. Here's an example of one of the little designs. Oh, gorgeous. Lots of great patterns in there. This one, don't be jealous. So designs from Mill Hill, cross-stitch treasures. I totally flipped my lid. Do, 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 do. Look at those little guys. And it's full of designs for those. I won't show you now, but they're pretty cute. This one, again, what? Who put that hat on him? Did he dress himself? He's just born, and he's got a cane already? He's so classy. Where's he going? Why has he got so much swag? Who does he think he is? Comment below what you would name him and what you think his backstory is. Another one from the L&S. So it's not all cross stitch this, but you can just make it cross stitch. Like there's petit point, and there's hardener and embroidery, but I just want to cross stitch like this part. I love it. And this one, oh my god. Oh my god. Again, the L&S. No. No! How could he be so cute and charming? And the cow too. I think, you know, the rooster's okay. It's kind of interesting. The bunny, I don't think I would stitch it. I like the hearts in the corner, but I don't know. He looks unhealthy or something. And then this one, I think this is one of the ones I'm most excited about. Again, the L&S, $2 at the L&S. Reader's Digest, the Big Book of Cross-Stitch Designs. And there are some really gorgeous designs in here. There's different sections, like kids sections, animals, flowers, garden. Okay, this is one of my favorites. It's a garden motif kind of thing. But in the picture of the finish, they have little tiny real, like, well, not real, but models of like clippers and tools, tiny mini tools. Tell me if you know where to get tiny mini tools. I'd love to just go through all my favorite designs in this, so let me know what you think of that. And then I have two more that I found at Value Village. Book from Value Village, Beth Russell's Traditional Needlepoint. So it's mostly needlepoint, but there are some little cross-stitch miniatures in there. This one really caught my eye. I love the colors. The frame is epic. I want one like that just for this. Awesome. But I'm thinking like the needlepoint patterns that I really like, I could probably figure out how to do it just in cross stitch. Like bunnies. They made that into a rug. I won't show you too much because I do want to just do a video, but I'll show you one more. Okay, this one is cross stitch too. I really love those flowers. And then thing I found at Value Village, the Scribner Book of Embroidery Designs. So there's different types of needle work in here, but some of them, like this one caught my eye, but it is just embroidery, so I probably do it, but I like looking at it. And this one, oh my goodness, it's so cute, so pretty, lots of good stuff in there. I would do a cat reveal for one of the kitties. So this is Pip. His name is Pip, P-I-P. He's my second oldest kitty. He's 11, maybe turning 12 next month. He's a ragdoll. By the way, if you're not interested in cats, thank you for watching my video. I will be talking about my cat for the foreseeable future. So Pip, I got him when I was in high school, and I wanted a ragdoll because they're so cute, and I will say now I don't support that. I mean, do what you want to do, but I think there's so many adoptable babies out there that it's probably more of a moral, ethical thing to do. And also, he has a lot of health problems. He has an autoimmune condition. We don't know if he has it's a type of cancer of the bowels, or if it's just irritable bowel disease. Either way, he struggles and he has to be on a lot of medication, but we do our best to make sure he's comfortable and happy. And as you can see, he is happy. He's purring right now. He's a very chill, very cuddly baby. He's the most cuddly kitty we have. And he's really, really funny and quirky and silly and a bit dumb, but just makes him more lovable. So, thank you for looking at him. Yep. His nicknames are Peepaw, Peebo, Mr. P, Poopy Doodle, etc. He doesn't really go by Pip on the street. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment. I would love to engage more with the community. I was thinking I'll do the Flosstube update on my stitch alongs and starts and progress, things like that. And then maybe I'll go over some of my PDF patterns. I found a lot of good stuff online, and I mean the PDFs are a lot cheaper than buying physical patterns, so it's been a whirlwind. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again so much for the engagement and just taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I love that so much. So have a good week. Bye.